Yo, what up guys, Uber Jack here with another video. Hope you enjoyed the video yesterday. Um, this video is, as you can see by the title, it's going to be discussing the strike that's due to happen actually in just under 2 hours with Uber drivers in London. Now, before we start, sorry. This video is not, what's the word? I'm not looking to entice anything by the video. I'm not looking to cause an argument or get into any kind of heated debate with anyone about it. And it could be heated because understand that when people strike, well, it should be a last resort, and people are desperate at that point. So that's why they're striking. So just want to say that to anybody that's striking, I'm not trying to entice anything. I'm just going to give you my opinion, my honest opinion on it. So let me just show you guys the news article that I was reading this morning, and we can reference from that. Okay guys, so this is the article here I was talking about. Uber UK strike. Users urged not to cross digital picket line. Okay, so basically, you can find this on the Guardian's website if you want to have another detailed look at it, but I'm just going to skip through a few things here. Now, what they're basically looking to do is the strike in London. The drivers are looking to increase the fares to £2 per mile from a current rate of £1.25 per mile, and a 10% reduction in commission paid by drivers. They're also looking to stop unfair dismissals. Now, I'm with you on the unfair dismissals, don't get me wrong. That's something that needs to be looked at. Maybe the £1.25 per mile in London probably isn't fair either, given the cost of the cost of living in London, and maybe the 10% reduction could be something that's brought in, but I don't think it will. Maybe you'll see a slight increase on your rate per mile, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what was being outlined. Now, let's have a look at this gentleman here, Mr. Stephen Hull. Now, he's a Birmingham-based driver. He's not a London-based driver. He's Birmingham. And he's saying that there's a mass discontent among drivers because the oversupply of vehicles and the way that drivers earn their money is making it almost impossible to make enough to live. Now, read that statement again. It's almost impossible, almost, to make enough money to live. What is this guy doing? Like, really, what is the guy doing? Is he out here actually working? Is he out here, this is the problem I've got. It's not a generic amount that you can earn. What I'm going to earn from Uber and what Stephen Hull's going to earn from Uber will be two different things. We're in different markets. We may be motivated differently. We may have different strategies. It's not you work 10 hours, you make this much. You work 4 hours, you make this much. It doesn't work like that. I can give you guys amounts that I can earn per month. That's in my market, and that's with my brain. That's because of the things that I've done. There's a lot of strategy involved. It's not just turn the app on and start going and this is exactly how much you'll make. There's guidelines, rough estimates, that you can make from each per hour if you want to jot it down to that figure. But he goes on to say, Mr. Hull, who has been driving for Uber for 3.5 years, said it had initially been a good experience thanks to bonuses for hitting targets. And then then they would start to phase out the promotions, and it just got harder and harder. Now, if Mr. Hull has been working for Uber for 3.5 years, I would think he would know better than that. The promotions are promotions. You've seen the promotions that I've had with Ola. You've seen the active promotions. That's what you get when a company arrives, they want to promote, this is what they'll do. They cannot continue sustaining promotions all the time. Whether they bring them in again in the future, now they have a rival, is a different debate. It's not this debate. Uber aren't just going to go, thanks for working for us, here's some more money. You know, they're a business. You know, they're not going to do that. This is a global business. It works in so many parts of the world, yet there seems to be an issue with it working, particularly in London. But Mr. Hull's from Birmingham, which makes it even more of a strange person to go and ask. You know, this is the Guardian here. He's put, it's no longer his main source of income. He says that if he was to rely on Uber, he would have to work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to be able to make enough money to survive. A majority of drivers are unhappy about this, but many are scared because they are taking on a multinational company who don't have to give you a reason for deactivating you. So why would they deactivate you if you queried pay? Because this is what it's about. It's about money. It's about money. So why would they deactivate you for that? So he's going to say, I don't like how much I'm earning, I want to earn more. Okay, you're deactivated. No, they're not going to do that. You're right, and they may say that they're not going to increase it, but they're not going to deactivate you. But the main reason that I wanted to make this video is from that statement there. I would be working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to make enough money to survive. That, sir, is bullshit. Is bullshit. I don't care what anyone has to say. I've been trying to think in my head how I can do 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, coming up in the next few weeks, just as a social experiment. I really, 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 really want to do it. Just to show everyone that that is a load of shit. I know it is. I've never done 12 hours a day for over 6 days a week. I will say something, that I do 7 days a week, but it's not 12 hours a day. Some days it's 4 hours, some days it's 2, some days it's 10, some days it's 6. But you can rest a damn sure that I've never, ever, and I've only been doing this for 6 months, okay? I'm not as experienced as Mr. Hull, but he seems to know much, much more than me. But he's trying to say that I've got to do 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's utter crap. That's, how many hours is that? That's 72 hours. Now, man, I'm more closer to half that, if I'm honest. Half those hours. I don't think I've gone over 50 hours in a week. And for that week, I think I was on about a net figure of around £800. You know, minus my fees and everything, I've got at least 500 in my pocket. £2,000 a month. That's not the hours that he's claimed. If I did do the hours he's claimed, this is a point I'm making, he says he's only got just enough to survive on. That is utter crap. I would clear well over £1,000. Easy. Easy. I'm not talking about Ola with promotions and things. I'm talking about straight Uber. And this is in my market, which I know is not as busy as Stephen's market in Birmingham. Birmingham is a much stronger market than the South Wales one that we have. So it's just utter crap. It is utter crap. And to be honest with you, this whole article is just so far from the truth. It's beyond a joke. So give me a sec, guys. So, you know, that really pissed me off reading that. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. No. So he's saying you got to work about 70 hours a week. Like, that's just... I really want to work that many hours in 1 week. Unfortunately, I can. I've got a life outside of here. I've got a young son to look after with my partner. Commitments other than work. If I had to do that, believe me, I would. But you know what? I don't have to do that, so I don't. But he seems to think we do. No, bud. Even during the tough summer months, and I'm saying tough, but they were not tough at all. I managed to have a rental that I was paying £200 a week for. I still got, and I survived with money to pay for bills. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have thousands of pounds in my pocket, But I had enough to survive on, and that wasn't doing 70 hours a week, believe me, but that was more like 40 hours a week, you know, dictated by me. The 40 hours were dictated by me. I chose to work those hours. I chose exactly what hours. I chose when I wanted to go to work, when I wanted to leave, when I wanted to come back, when I wanted to leave, who I wanted to pick up, who I didn't want to pick up. All these things I got to choose, okay? Nobody told me to do anything other than that. Nobody does tell you. You're self-employed. This is what I don't get. And then, you know, another thing about the strike is, what do you think people in London are going to do this afternoon? What do you think they're going to do if they can't get an Uber? There's none available. Prices surging through the roof. There's going to be drivers that will stay on and take the jobs, and if that was me, I probably would too, if I'm honest. You know, unless I was working 12 hours a week, 12 hours a day for 6 days a week, like Mr. Hull said, then I would be protesting as well. But I've met drivers, and I know of drivers who are incompetent in terms of efficiently earning money through this platform. They may have to work 70 hours a week, but they're not doing it right. That's the whole point. It's not everybody that does Uber has to work that many hours to survive, to make their money. It's not true. It's not true. So this afternoon, when you all go on strike, good luck to you. That's all I got to say. If you can manage to bring the rate down, the commission, thank you. We'll be happy to take that on board. You know, that'll mean more money in my pocket. But if it doesn't change, I'm still going to be working. I'm still going to be working right now. I'm still going to be working tomorrow. And you know, all these people that look to get transport this afternoon, where do you think those guys are going to go? Do you think they're all going to walk? Do you think they're going to, you know, imaginally somehow get to where they need to go? Because, you know, they're going to use hackneys. They're going to use the black and whites. They're going to use the local private hire companies. That's all they're going to do. So you're basically taking your customers and putting them over, maybe for an afternoon, maybe for a couple of days. There'll be some guys, some people in the public who won't be happy about the strike. You know what perception is given to the public by the railway strikes that happen bloody every other month. You know, that's pure greed. And I don't care what anyone from the railway lines and those organisations say, it's pure greed. I know that you can get in this region of £40,000 to £50,000 a year to drive a train. You know, why do you need to strike any further? It's ridiculous. But we're not talking about that. We're talking specifically about this strike this afternoon. Now, I may be miles away from what exactly is the truth, but I know for a surefire fact, and I'm not saying this to gain views, I'm not saying this to gain people to join Uber. I don't care. I don't give a shit. People can do what they like. I don't care if this video has no views. I really don't. I'm just saying it to be honest to myself. You do not have to work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to survive. If you did that, you would be clearing £1,000 a week. No problemo. No problemo. £4,000 a month. Over 50 grand a year. So it's all lies, basically. And it's a shame. But anyway, rant over. Good luck to you guys on your quest for better rates, better this, better that. I think most of you just don't enjoy the job anymore. If that's the case, you know, you should look elsewhere, really. I don't do this job primarily for the money. Obviously, you work for money, but I'm drawn to this every single day because of the lifestyle. I like this lifestyle. I like not having a boss. I like to be able to work when I want and finish when I want. I like all those things. I love my job. Most of us do. You go out there and ask the real people doing the real jobs, not just some name in an article. I'd be surprised if Mr. Hull even exists, is what I would like to say there. So, adios everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck with the strike, London.